So, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, in front of us, we have the next lot, lot number 45 in the auction. It's a young mare, born in 2024. Her name is Samar Bahya, a wonderful daughter of AJ Kafu, out of AJ Safira, a daughter of Double H Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask for an opening offer of 20,000 dirham? 2-0, looking for 20,000 as an opening offer. 20 I have, thank you so much. 50? 50,000, thank you so much. 50,000 we have, looking now for 55. 55 I have, looking for the 60. 60 I have, 60 I have, 65 I have, 70 I have, 70 I have, 75 I have, looking for the 80. 80 I have, 80 I have, 80 I have, looking for 85, looking for 85, looking for 85 now. 80 we have, looking for 85. Looking now for 85,000. 80 I have, looking for 85. Looking for the 85,000. Who makes it 85? Who makes it 85? 80 is the bid. Looking for 85. Looking for 85. Looking for 85,000 now. 85 I have. Thank you so much. 85 I have. Looking for the 90. Looking for the 90 now. 85 I have. Looking for 90. Looking for 90. Looking for 90. Looking for the 90,000. 85 is the bid. Looking for the 90,000. Looking for the 90,000. 90. Who makes it a 90,000? I'm looking now for 90,000 dirham. 85 is the bid. Looking for the 90,000. I have 90,000 in the corner. Thank you so much. 90 I have. Looking now for the 95. Looking for 95. Looking for 95. 95 I have. Thank you so much. 95 I have. 95 I have. Looking for the 100. Looking for the 100 now. 95 is the bid in the corner. Looking now for 100,000. Looking for 100,000 dirham. Looking for 100 and I have 100. Thank you so much. 100 we have. 110. Where is the 100 is there? This is the 110. That's the 110. 120. 120. Thank you so much. We have 120 over there. 120 is the bid. Looking now for the 130. 120 is over there. 120 over there, looking for 130, looking for 130,000, looking for 130,000. Who makes it 130? 120 is the bid, looking for 130,000, looking for 130,000, looking for 130,000, looking for 130,000. 120 is the bid, looking for 130, 130. Thank you so much. We have 130 now. We have 130 on my left-hand side. We're looking now for 140. 130 is the bid. Looking for 140,000. Looking for 140,000. Looking for 140,000. 130 is the bid. Looking for 140. Looking for 140. 130,000 is the bid. Looking for the 140,000. Looking for 140,000. 140,000, ladies and gentlemen, looking for. 130 is the bid. Who makes it a 140? Who makes it a 140? Who makes it a 140? Looking for 140,000. 130 is the bid. 130 is the bid. Who makes it a 140? 130 is the bid. 130 is the bid. Who makes it a 140? Nobody else more than the 130, 140. Thank you so much. We have 140 now. We have 140 in front of us. We have 140 now. Looking for the 150. Looking for the 150. Who makes it 150? Who makes it a 150,000? Who makes it a 150,000? Who makes it a 150,000? 140 is the bid. I'm looking for 150. So we have 140 looking for 150. Looking for 150,000. Nobody else more than the 140,000. I have an offer of 140. Nobody else more than the 140,000 that I have. For Samar Bahya, I have 140. Looking for 150. Looking for 150. Looking for 150. Looking for 150,000. 140 is the bid. 140 is the bid. I have 140, looking for the 150. Nobody else more than the 140,000. I have 150. Thank you so much. We have 150. We have 150. We have 150, looking for the 160. Looking for the 160 now. Looking for 160 now. 150,000 is the bid. 150,000 dirham. Looking now for 160. 160 now. 160. Who makes it 160,000? Who makes it 160,000? 150 is the bid. 150 is the bid. Who makes it 160,000? Who makes it 160,000? Nobody else more than the 150,000 that I have so far. 150,000. Nobody else more than the 150. I'm looking for 160. I have 160 now. Thank you so much. We have 160 in the corner. We have 160 now, looking for 170. Looking for 170. Looking for 170. 170 I have. Thank you so much. Looking for 180. Looking for 180. 170 is the bid. Looking for 180,000. Looking for 180,000. Looking for 180,000. 170 is the bid. Looking for 180,000. Looking for 180,000. 170 is the bid. Looking for 180,000. Nobody else more than the 170,000 I have. I'm looking for 180. I'm looking for 180. I have 170. I have 170. Is there nobody else more than the 170 I have? Is there nobody else with the 170 I have? So far, 170 is the bid. 170 is the bid. 170 is the bid. Ladies and gentlemen, 170,000 dirham. Samar al-Bahya here in front of us. We have 180. Thank you so much. We have 180,000. Looking for the 190. Looking for the 190. Who makes it 190,000? Who makes it 190,000? 180 is the bid. Samar al-Bahya, 180,000. Looking now for the 190. Looking for 190. Nobody else more than the 180 we have. Then we start the countdown, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to sell this wonderful Samar al-Bahya, 180,000 for the first time. We have a 180,000 dirham for the second time. Nobody else more than the 180,000 dirham for the third and or last time. Nobody else. Congratulations. Was it in or out? You were the judge. Was it in or out? It was in. It was clearly in. Okay, then I need to have the 190. Then we have 190 now on my left-hand side. Close, but okay. 190, we have 190 now. Looking for 200,000. Looking for 200,000. 190 is the bid on my left-hand side. 190 is the bid on my left-hand side. 200! Thank you so much. We have 200,000 now on my right-hand side. I have an offer of 200,000 dirham. 200,000 dirham. Ladies and gentlemen, 200,000 is the bid. Who makes it at 220? Who makes it at 220? 220. Thank you so much. We have 220 on my left-hand side. 220 on my left-hand side. 220 is the bid. Who makes it at 240? I'm looking for 240,000 now. Samar al-Bahya. 220 is the bid on my left-hand side. Looking for 240. Looking for 240. Who makes it at 240,000? Who makes it 240,000? Who makes it 240? I'm looking for 240. Ladies and gentlemen, 240,000 dirham I'm asking for. 220 is the bid on my left-hand side. Is there nobody else more than the 220,000 I have? Then we raise the hammer. 220,000 for the first time. At 220,000 dirham for the second time. They ask for a small moment over there. They ask for a small moment and I give the small moment over there. I was almost counting to 3. I give you half a minute less time, of course. But we need to continue. We have 220 as the bid. We have 220 as the bid. Yes, yes, I see. 220 is the bid. 220 is the bid. Can I ask for a 240? Yes, thank you so much. 240,000 on my right hand side. 240,000 on my right hand side. 240 is the bid. Can I ask for a 260? Can I ask for a 260? 240 is on my right hand side. 240 is on my right hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking for 260,000 dirham. 260,000 dirham for Samar Bahya. Ladies and gentlemen, we raise the hammer. We have 240,000 dirham in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, 240,000 dirham for the first time. We have a 240,000 dirham for the second time. Nobody else more than the 240,000 dirham for the third and or last time. Nobody else. Close. Congratulations. Can we see the bidding plate? Number 20. Congratulations. Thank you so much.